Well, you want perfect juicy tomatoes this summer? Now's the time to get in the garden and get prepared. KCAL9 Sylvia Lopez and our expert Nick Federoff share some simple spring tips to keep pests away and get your garden ready.
We're in the garden today talking about spring gardening tips with Nick Federoff from thingsgreen.com. Nick, I bet you have a whole lot of spring gardening tips.
Let me tell you, we're in the season, so we might as well prepare ourselves.
Yes.
And one of the things that we want to really focus on is the fact that everybody loves tomatoes.
Oh yeah, we love our tomatoes.
And tomatoes.
Tomato.
And when they start getting about this tall, we have to start to kind of cage them in a little bit.
Right, because otherwise they get all floppy and they fall all over the place.
Now, one of the things you have to realize is that you get what you pay for. If you go down to your local nursery, you may find these kind of tomato cages. Right. You're going to spend $10 to $15 on something like this.
Yep.
And they're really only one use.
Really?
Yeah, it's very rare when these can go more than one season.
What happens to them?
Well, they bend, they break, they rot out.
Okay.
They've got horrible welds on them.
Okay.
That's what happens on
apart.
there. So what I like to do is I like to use a tomato cage that is sturdy.
That's a sturdy one.
And the reason why I like this one is because not only can it be used like this to grow plants inside, like beans and such, but for your tomato plants, you'll end up turning it upside down. If you have hard soil, you can just push down on it real hard. It'll get into the ground. This is actually only available in Southern California, in Los Angeles.
Really?
Yeah. So that's the best part about this. It's called
unique.
Called a Cole tomato cage. So if you go to colemetals.com, they'll have them over there. Now, speaking of tomatoes, you're going to get your tomato plants, and again, when they're about this size, this is when you want to start planting them.
Right.
But there's two things I want you to make sure of. Number one, do not plant your tomatoes in the same hole as you did last year.
Why is that?
Because the tomato is going to draw all of the nutrients out. And if you put it in the same hole, those same nutrients aren't there.
Okay, find a completely different space.
Completely different area.
As far away as you can. And the one that you planted in last year, just leave it alone.
Put something else in there if you want. Put beans, or you can put something else in there.
As long as it's not tomatoes.
Yeah, fortify the soil, it's fine. The second thing that we want to concern ourselves with is that when we plant our tomatoes, I want you to take and remove the bottom leaves, and you can actually plant it all the way up to here.
Oh, really?
And what'll happen is that you'll have roots coming out all over the place.
Right.
So, and you'll get a bigger, thicker stalk on there. So that's
make it stronger.
Oh yeah, so much more.
That's a good tip.
Speaking of only having something for California, this right here is a slug and snail bait. It's made by Bonide, and it's only registered for the state of California.
Seriously?
We're the only ones that can get it. And what's really cool about it is that California is the hardest state to get anything approved by.
Because of all the restrictions for pesticides and that sort of thing, right?
So therefore, this is the cat's meow for us for controlling slugs and snails and vegetables and flowers and places like that.
It's really safe stuff to use in your garden.
You know what? Yeah, anything you have to be careful of, but yes, it's a metaldehyde product. Metaldehyde, and you'll take and you use that.
Okay.
Now, this is a small version. Now, we've made these before over here. If you go to the KCAL website and you type
We've
in
made different types of
Nick Federoff, but scarecrow, you'll see how we made some scarecrows before. Well, this one is just a reminder that right now is the time you want to put your scarecrow in. Don't wait till it's too late. Another thing that I'd like to focus on is, well, let's do this. Let's go back here for a second if we could. Here at the farm at Fairplex,
so beautiful.
They have some of the most beautiful vegetable gardens, and they'll just knock your socks off. In fact, we have to tie ours down a little extra over here. These right here are artichokes, and look how beautiful that they are.
They're so decorative, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are.
Stunning.
I understand they use them for floral arrangements.
They do. You see them all the time. They're beautiful.
With that, they're also susceptible to sucking insects like aphids, and when the aphids come, so do the ants. So with that in mind,
what do you do?
Get just a real simple liquid dish soap, say a couple squirts per gallon of water, splash it on the plants. It's going to wipe out the colonies of aphids because they're soft-bodied insects.
Will that work for the citrus too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Or what you could do is that you can get something like this. Is a natural stuff. This is called a spinosade, and a spinosa is they found it. They went to an abandoned rum factory. In some other country, I don't remember where it's at right now, an abandoned rum company, and they found out they had no insects over there. So they harvested the fungus, basically is what it is, the spores that were over there, and they found out made a organic insecticide.
Really?
Yeah, menagerie of insects that it kills. It's really kind of cool.
Nice. Okay.
Now, if you want to do something, you ever see the ship in a bottle?
Yeah.
Well, here we have the cucumber.
Cucumber in a bottle. How did you do that?
Well, what we do is this, is that when your cucumber is at a very tiny stage, you take and you open it up.
Right.
Don't throw this away. Put your cucumber in here.
Right.
Then you have
Let
to
it keep growing.
you have to take newspaper and cover it up because you don't want to cook it. And then it'll grow inside of here. Then you'll take and you'll clip it off. You put some brine in there. You cover it up like this and give them away as gifts. People love that kind of
pickles,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
you'll
nice.
literally be pickling it. So if anybody wants some more information and ideas on all this kind of stuff, visit me online at thingsgreen.com, or better still, you can call me 24/7 at 1-800-405-NICK.